Sometimes, when individuals and families face very hard times, they have no place to turn except to the community, to churches and local agencies. Jacksonville in Cherokee County has seen a great deal of need over the years. Then, 20 years ago, the idea was born to address such concerns, an organization that could be a focal point to provide for the needy in the community, serving as a clearinghouse for various providers and to help prevent duplication of services. That organization became known as HOPE. The year was 1991. That's when a small group of caring people came together to provide coats for kids whose families could not afford them. It was at that time that a tax-exempt status was granted and HOPE was incorporated. So Coats for Kids became the first program, and others followed even that same year. The Manna Pantry, providing food for the hungry in Jacksonville and Cherokee County, was started and housed at the First Presbyterian Church in Jacksonville. Generous donations of non-perishable food items by hundreds and now thousands have helped needy families in the most basic of ways. It was also in 1991 that FEMA funds were first used through HOPE to assist families during financial emergencies to pay rent and utilities. Fran Daniel was hired as part-time program manager.
There were a lot of people in the community who had concerns about economically disadvantaged people who kept going from one church to the other and requesting assistance. We needed a clearinghouse, so HOPE became the clearinghouse for churches, for nonprofit organizations in Jacksonville area.
It was only the following year that HOPE began providing assistance for emergency prescriptions, a service that has proved invaluable for countless area residents who were previously forced to choose between food and medicine. In 1993, social worker Louise Pearson was hired as HOPE's first case manager. By 1995, HOPE had formed the Cherokee Care Collaboration. Representatives from service agencies, state agencies, school districts, healthcare providers, and city leaders began meeting once every 2 months to share information and work together to address unmet needs in the community. More and more people in need began to be helped through the spirit of volunteerism and generous donations. Funding through grant writing also became a viable and effective way to continue services through the years. But even more was needed to meet expenses as HOPE continued to grow, serving the needs of the community. In 1996, the first celebrity host event paved the way for annual social fundraisers that, over the years, go to show the heart of the community in which we live. In 1997, the original HOPE Soup Kitchen began serving hot meals to the hungry, as well as providing free hot lunches to low-income workers to help stretch personal resources as they provided for their families. And the same year, a building fund was created to finally provide a permanent home for all the services of HOPE under one roof. Only a year later, the new HOPE Center at 595 South Ragsdale in Jacksonville became a reality, named after Raymond and Eloise Teague, who made the mere existence of HOPE possible through their original and continued contributions of time and funding. Once HOPE had its own facilities, programs and services to meet a number of needs in the community began to be implemented. The Brown Bag program was started to help elderly people who were trying to survive on a fixed income. The soup kitchen was moved to the new HOPE Center with modern commercial facilities to better provide regular hot lunches free of charge. And so many other much-needed programs were developed even in those early years. In 2000, HOPE was named Outstanding Volunteer Agency by the Texas Department of Health and Human Services. In 2005, Executive Director Fran Daniel was named Citizen of the Year by the Jacksonville Chamber of Commerce. Later, in 2009, she was honored as Outstanding Businesswoman of the Year.
I think our organization has been successful because of the partnerships we form working with other people in the community. The clients that we see don't require just a one-time service. It's all of us working together to make that comprehensive approach to helping people overcome their problems. If they're hungry, there's a reason. They've either lost employment, they're not receiving any kind of benefits. They need direction. And by working with others in the community, we can give them directions. That's how all of our programs began. It's with the help of others identifying what the needs were, and then just working with agencies in the community to meet the needs.
With her continued guidance as executive director, her staff, and scores of volunteers, Hope has continued to meet the needs of local families in difficult times. But in addition to providing emergency help in times of need, Hope has gone a step further by providing educational opportunities in money management, time management, and strategies for successful living to help individuals and families recover and stand strong. And now, as Hope celebrates 20 years of service to Jacksonville and Cherokee County, it's time to look toward the next 20 years. As we honor those who have served tirelessly through the years, it's time to invite another generation of caring volunteers to provide these vitally needed services in the community. So call today, won't you? 903-586-7781. Or drop by the Raymond and Eloise Teague Hope Center at 595 South Ragsdale to see how you might serve and become a part of this amazing tradition.